Hi everyone, welcome back. My name is Veronica, and in today's video, I'm going to show you how to import leads into Monday.com from a spreadsheet such as Google Sheets, Microsoft Excel, or a CSV file. So this is a very useful process if you already have lead data stored somewhere else and want to move everything into Monday.com to manage your sales pipeline or CRM. And in this video, I will show you how to prepare your columns, why your column name should match your spreadsheet, and how to import the leads directly into Monday.com board. So let's get started. So before importing into anything into Monday.com, the first step is to check your spreadsheet. And in the spreadsheet I intend to import into Monday.com, I have the full name column, the email column, due date column, and the rest of them as you can see here. So each row represents one lead and each column represents a piece of information about the leads in the rows. So the important thing to understand is that Monday.com will map this information into columns on your board. So now, here is a very important tip that many beginners miss. Before importing your data, it is best practice to create columns like this. Columns, these are called columns, while these are called rows. Rows, ROWS. Yeah. So before importing your data, it is best practice that you create the columns to match with the ones you have on your spreadsheet, Excel, or your CSV file. So there are three main reasons for this. First, it keeps your data organized. So if your spreadsheet has columns like email, due dates, phone, and the rest of them, creating those same columns in Monday.com here ensures the information goes exactly where it belongs. Okay. Then the second thing is it prevents data errors during the import process. So if Monday.com cannot recognize a column or the format is incorrect, your data might end up in the wrong place or fail to import properly. And the third thing is it saves you time during mapping. When the column names match, like if the email column in your spreadsheet match with the email column on Monday.com, same with due date, phone task status. So Monday.com can automatically match the fields during imports, which makes the process much faster. So the key idea here is simple. Your spreadsheet structure should match your Monday.com bot structure. By this, what do I mean? It means that ensure that the columns on your spreadsheet matches with the columns on your monday.com. That's the simple meaning of that. So now let's okay, I've already created the columns. So the next thing to do now is to import the leads. So there are a few ways to do this, but the easiest method is using the import feature. However, you can either, when you want to import leads by clicking on this additional sign here, that means if you want to import leads, that means it's going to create a new a new board. But if you want to import a spreadsheet or a data into this particular board I'm in, so you have to click on these three dotted lines here. Now go to more actions, then click on import full names. Now you have to choose by clicking on browse your files. So in this example, I'm importing from a spreadsheet file. So you click on client information because that's the data I want to import. So once I upload the file, Monday.com will show a mapping screen, which is this here. So this is where my mapping starts. I'll choose the item name, which is full name. I'll click on this. So this is where you match your spreadsheet columns with the Monday.com columns. Like here we have email to the email column, phone to the phone column, due date to the due date column. You see what I said earlier, that when your board structure in monday.com matches with your board structure on Excel or Google Sheets or CSV file, monday.com will automatically map your data for you. You just have to do one or two. Like here on this budget now, I'll have to choose the budget column to match with what I have on my Excel columns. Then the priority for the priority column, tax for tax, progress for progress. You see, so that was pretty simple. So after mapping the columns, the next step is to review everything before finalizing the imports. Yeah, and yeah, as you can see, everything is correct. So you make sure all fields are mapped correctly. Import columns like email and phone are not skipped, like the correct column types are selected. So once everything looks good, click on import. Yeah, I'll click on next. Yeah, so monday.com will now upload all your leads and automatically create items on your board. So over here, I don't have a similar file on monday.com already. So I'll just go ahead and create new items. I'll click on start imports. So each row from the Excel becomes a new lead item on your board. That's on the board I've already created. So it will just take a while to do this. So as you can see now, all the leads have now been successfully imported. So each lead now appears as an item on the board, and all the information from the Excel is organized into the. So we've imported everything, and that's how you import leads into monday.com from a spreadsheet, Excel, or your CSV file. So just remember the most important step: make sure your monday.com columns match your spreadsheet columns before importing. This will make the entire process faster, cleaner, and error free. So if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, reach out to me for projects like this, or you can as well subscribe to my YouTube channel for more tutorials on CRM automation